Okay, we are doing another SCP theory. This time, it's a theory I think we all know, and you read the title, so you obviously know what it is. What is SCP-005? Any SCP fan probably asked this question. Let's be honest, most people have. But in its file, let me just read what it says. SCP-005 is a self-keeping secret or anti-meme. Information about 005's physical appearance as well as its nature, behavior, and origins is self-classifying. We are also given evidence that this SCP is an AntiMemetic, which in the Foundation's lore is something that, well, does exactly what 055 does. It wipes the information. Basically, it's something that has perfect camouflage and you don't even know it exists. But we do know something. SCP-005 is not spherical. Also, something else to know is the fact that well, it's something. Now, let me tell you, there's an actual AntiMemetic thing. If I can find it. Let me look. If you look up AntiMemetic, you can find something very close to it. An anti-emetic. It's exactly the same, except the first M in the word is gone. And this is described as a drug that is effective against vomiting and nausea. And they are typically used to treat motion sickness and the side effects of opioid analgesics, general analgesics, and chemotherapy directed against cancer. This may be used for certain cases of I can't say that word. Especially if the patient is denetrated. I don't know what that word is. But that doesn't make sense. It's definitely not connected. But first, let's talk about hypnosis. Hypnosis allows you to basically, if game theory has told me anything, hypnosis is a form of memory controlling. but you can only do if do the things they tell you to do if you want to do that. So, why did I talk about it? Well, what if this entity is something that puts you in hypnosis, that it's so weird that they want to forget about it, which makes them an easy way to put them into hypnosis, to make them forget about it. We also know something else. It's a child of the Scarlet King. Why do I say this? Have you read Dust and Blood, where it goes into a deep detail of all the children, and let's just say one of them fits its description. Although it does say that it's able to open up portals. Wait a second. What if the entity isn't an actual entity? Because it has to be able to also fit inside of a suitcase. Why? SCP-5000, that's why. Pretty sure most of us have read SCP-5000 or they know that SCP-005 was in a briefcase the entire time of that series. This, and also we know that it's doing something to teleport its friend, Petra Wilson. Why? Because whenever he opens that briefcase, it activates, and he's now closer. Now, it could be that he's walking, which would be backed up by him being exhausted every single time. But wouldn't his legs be sore? Because it says that he goes miles. His legs would have gotten sore, and he actually is getting. So maybe like every time SCP-005 teleports someone, it will kind of just poofs them. And it takes away some of their energy. Now, what do you now you're probably wondering, why am I talking about all this stuff? It's because I think SCP-055 is somewhat of an anomalous black hole. Now, you're probably wondering, what do you mean? Well, SCP-005, whenever someone sees it, they get confused. And maybe it's anomalous. One of its anomalous properties is it cannot, well, destabilize, and it also cannot destroy the world, as well as it can teleport beings. But it's a black hole, which means technically it could be something that could destroy the universe, which would come up with the further idea that it's a child of the Scarlet King. And that's the theory. I really hope you like that, and bye.